Hey guys, life with Jamie and the boys here. So we are making pork tacos, and I just wanted to show you guys. Now my husband's doing all the cutting because this part I'm not very good at. So he is cutting the meat, and we're just going to show you guys how he cuts it. And like I said, this is a pork shoulder roast with the bone. So he's just kind of cutting along the bone right now. And then you got Micah. You're not in it. Micah! You're going to cook it like that and then chop it up? Miguel. Go in the living room, bud. Alright guys, I'm going to let him finish cutting this up, and I will bring you guys back to show you how he chops it in his cubes, and then we'll show you how we cook it for the tacos. Okay guys, so we are back, and we've got all of the meat chopped up, and we've got it put in the pot with what, Angel? What have you added in here? Nothing?
Just salt.
Okay, so we've only got salt in here so far. We do keep the bone in there to keep its flavor. If you have a dog, or you could give that bone to your dog. Repurpose it. Anyways, so now we are making the pico. Pico de gallo, which calls for, depending on how much you're making. We normally do only a half of a onion. How many serranos? Two?
Two serrano.
2 serrano peppers with the seeds. That'll probably take 1 onion, since you cut it down. So 1 whole onion, white onion. Cilantro, about half the bundle probably. Probably about 3 to 4, maybe 5 Roma tomatoes. And you've already got your serranos and some lime juice. Okay? That's going to be for the pico. So, once we decide we're going to add anything else to this, I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so you want to cook your meat with just the salt in the meat until the meat kind of soaks up all the water. Okay, and then now we're going to add the corn oil. How much would you say that was? About a half a cup?
Yeah.
About a half a cup of oil. And then we're going to fry it with the oil first. How long does it fry with the oil?
The oil gets hot, so that's really hot to cook.
Can you say that louder into the camera?
I mean, it needs to be like, how to say, like burn oil until the oil gets burnt.
Okay, so cook until the oil gets almost burnt. You gonna cut this one up too?
I'm gonna put the bacon more.
So this is basically how we make carnitas. So we're having like carnita tacos. And it's hot. Alright, so now you're gonna add, what, 2 whole limes?
Yeah.
You're gonna add 2 whole limes to your meat while it's cooking. And then throw the limes in there. This is fresh Mexican food as you can get right here. And as we say, waste nothing. Cook it with the lime rinds. It's a little smoky because it's cooking so fast. Ready for the secret ingredient? Or not yet?
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
Ready for this?
Oh, no, yeah.
You want some more? Ask Max to grab you one. So how you check it is, how do you check it, Angel? How do you check the meat?
Cut it in half.
Cut it in half and then kind of pull it apart. See how tough it is, right? What? This is, what would you call this? Veracruz style? Cover the name. Right about the top of it, Max said. Alright, so now the secret ingredient is a beer. A Corona. And you're going to need about half of the Corona. You don't need the whole thing, that's fine. You don't need the whole thing. I will show you about right below the extra. So the beer and the lime and the salt gives it that carnita taste. It's so good. And it makes it so tender. So now we're going to move over here while that's cooking. And we're going to show you how finely we chop our cilantro for our pico. You can call this pico, but it's really guacamole if you add the avocado. But if you don't add the avocado, it is just pico, because you're just using tomatoes, onions, cilantro, and jalapenos or serranos. We use serranos because my husband and my brother-in-law both like everything to be spicy. So they use serranos because jalapenos are just not spicy enough anymore. What, bud? What are you doing? Say hey, YouTube. Say hey, YouTube. You're a cutie. She said Daddy's chopping the leaves for the chopper. We're going to check on our meat over here. It's looking good. We're going to stir this, give this a stir. Sorry, I'm not using a camera stand right now. Alright, so we are going to finish cooking this, finish the guacamole, and then when we make the refried beans and the tortillas, we will bring you guys back and show you the finished look and give you a taste test. Okay guys, so we just wanted to quickly show you guys the way that the meat looks after it's been cooking in the beer and the lime juice and the salt and all of it together. So it's like a, what'd you call it? Gold color?
Gold.
It's almost like a gold color, and look how beautiful that looks. Like, it looks so delicious. You could eat it right there, right through the camera. Alright, so we're going to pull it apart a little bit.
Yeah.
See, it's cooking because it's tender now because of the lime juice, the beer, and the salt all together. What else did you add to this?
Salt.
Salt, lime juice, and beer?
Corona, yeah.
That's it, okay. So you can use any kind of beer you choose, but the Corona just gives it that extra flavor. So that's why we use it. And then instead of having it on medium heat or high heat, you have to turn it down. So on our stove, we've got it on numbers on ours. So we've got it to about a level 3 on ours heat, which is in between medium and low. So it's not like cooking it too fast, but it's kind of slow cooking. Alright. And over here we have our avocados that's being cut open. And a trick that I have learned with like guacamole is if you save one of your seeds and put it in the middle of the guacamole whenever you refrigerate it, it keeps the guacamole from turning brown. So does the lime juice, but the avocado seed helps a lot putting it in the refrigerator. Spoon it on through into the bowl. Look how beautiful that looks already. The green, the red, the white.
The Mexican flag.
Just like the Mexican flag, yes. That's why I love this man. And y'all have seen the way that we make tacos. So this is just a fresher way to make it. Instead of doing like a quick pantry meal, this is a more fresh tacos, street tacos. That just looks beautiful right there. I wish I liked all that stuff. I'm not a big guacamole fan though, unless I make it myself. But it does look beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, so we're going to come over here and check on our meats. That beautiful golden look to it. Light gives it that better, where you can see it.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we've got it in between the 2 level and the low level. So slow down the cooking process a little bit. And then the other pork shoulder we got, we're going to use tomorrow. We're going to do something different with this tomorrow. Ooh, we could do that. Like cook it up.
Yeah.
And then
I'm going to cook with this. And you added half of mine here.
Alright, in your guacamole, you add a half of lime, which if your mom making it, she likes to add a whole lime. I make it just like Angel does, but I add just a little bit extra salt to it. He doesn't like that, but it's alright. So you're just gonna stir that on in. Did you already add salt?
Yeah.
Okay, so your guacamole gets about, how many tomatoes did you use?
3.
3 tomatoes, 3 avocados, 1 whole onion, depending on how big the onion is. If the onion is big, use half of it. If it is small, like the one we had tonight, you use 1. And then we used the entire bundle of cilantro, salt, lime juice, which we used a half of a lime, and then 2 serranos. Okay? And that gives it that beautiful color, makes it look just like the Mexican flag. If you don't believe me, go look it up. Alright, so now we're going to chop the meat. Now that your avocado, your avocado dip, your guacamole dip is finished, we're going to set that off to the side.
Salt? Okay,
In the guacamole?
No.
Oh, in the meat. Okay. And I'm going to, my hands are clean, but I'm going to add a avocado seed to our guacamole. Oh, you should have told me that. We would have gotten it from the store. Sorry. We don't have any in there. Ew. Whatever works. So now we're going to take our meat and we're going to move it over to our chopping block and we're going to chop it up for our tacos. Alright, so I wish I had that little stand. Hold on. I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We are taking the meat out of the pan and putting it in a smaller pot so that we can chop it up, but we're going to keep the pan and the oil that's in there still hot or warm because, as we all know, my dad doesn't get home until almost like 7:30. So that's what we are waiting on. But we started cooking early because the meat takes a little longer. Alright, so now we are going to move over to the chopping block. And, okay, so yeah, you're good. Alright, so I'm going to let you guys watch this part. Alright, so I'm going to pull you guys, well, I'm just going to zoom it in, because that's how chopped you want it. You don't want it, like, too small, and you don't want it, like, too thick, because if you got it too thick, then it's not going to be able to, like, it'll be too big for the taco. Bring it down just a little bit. Right, like, right there. Like, down just a tad, right there. That looks beautiful, guys. Alright, we are going to finish cutting this up, and when we make the tacos. We will bring you guys back and do a taste test. Okay guys, so now we are doing the refried beans. Turn this up just a little bit because the refried beans, the cast iron pans hold longer and faster than a regular pan does. So, as you all guys all know, from Meta Mascara, make sure y'all go check her channel out. You fix it, Max?
That's okay. That's good.
Are you sure? Okay, so this moves. It moves. All you gotta do is like go like this, and it comes up just a little bit. You can keep it right there, actually. Right there.
Like that. No.
Anyways, so as you guys know, from Meta Mascara's channel, she has the video of how she cans her refried beans and how she cooks out of a cast iron skillet. Now, we use cast iron skillets all the time in this house because they're easier to clean, they're easier to season, and you don't. It's like a boom, bam, bang, and it's done. There you go. All right, so we are going to mash this up. With my favorite masher, potato masher.
Mama,
What about it?
what is doing this?
Because we are using a cast iron skillet, never touch the handles because that will burn you. That will give you a 3rd-degree burn.
Wait.
So as you can see, it's bubbling just a little bit. I had to turn it up to about 6 with this because the cast iron skillets, like I said, they hold heat because it is literally cast iron. They're easy to clean though and easy to work with and cook with. You just gotta learn your stove on where it's too much heat and where it's not enough heat. And we have a new eye on this stove now. So this eye right here holds the heat on the eye alone, like on this right here alone by itself, longer than these do because of this. It's hot. My channel wouldn't be called Life with Jamie and the Boys if my husband was not in the videos. Or my kids. Because I'm the only girl in my family. Can you believe that? Growing up, my dad was the only boy in the family. And now, my kids are both boys, and that broke the cycle. So now, my immediate family, which is me, my husband, and my kids, I'm the only female in the group. So, is this mashed up good enough? Or you want me to do more?
Heat it up no more.
Hmm?
Turn it up.
I don't want to turn it up too high because of this eye.
Okay.
See, it's bubbling. You think that's good? Look. See, it's mashed up pretty good. Tortillas. Which the pan is right here.
Okay. What is it like that?
You stir this occasionally. You don't want it to burn to the bottom. It is easy to burn food with cast iron if you don't pay attention to it or stir occasionally, so that you're not burning anything to the bottom of it and you're not having to re-season your cast iron.
¿Tú vas a querer del milagro o del loco? Yo quiero 3. 3.
Remember, this eye gets hot fast. Alright, so now we're about to do the tortillas, which we use the La Banderita, right?
Yeah.
Tortillas, the white corn tortillas. These are my favorite tortillas to use for tacos, and this is about how much oil you'll need in the bottom of your pan, basically just to coat the bottom of your pan. And then you're going to use salt, regular salt. Probably, I mean, I just kind of eyeball it. You don't even have to, it's depending on how much salt you like on your tortillas. Like my tortillas, I like mine to be a little salty. My husband's tortillas, he doesn't like a lot of salt in his because he can't take a lot of salt. I probably need to change my eating habits. Less salt gives you low blood pressure, right? That's probably why I have high blood pressure right now. So, Micah is loving the pork. It is so good. It's tender. It's got enough flavor to it. It's not, overpowering with salt. Alright, so now we're going to bring you right back to the tortillas because we're about to get that started. You will need tongs and a plate with, if you use half paper towels, two of half paper towels on it.
That's the one that just, yeah. So, 4. Este 4 de aquí, lo que dijo.
Paper plates?
¿Quieres que agarre Miguelito? Marta. Yeah.
You want to use paper plates?
Yeah. A ver. Va comiendo un poco de puerco. De por sí ya está bien puerco. Puerco. ¿Le gusta Miguelito, no? Sí.
Alright, what do you want your tortillas done in this, like this?
Yeah.
You just want 4?
4. Yeah. Not really toasted. I think that's ready. Yeah, I'll turn it off already.
Alright, so your beans are done. They just need to boil for like a few minutes to kind of pull some of the water out of it and to thicken it up. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. We'll just turn it off because that's going to hold heat. It's ready.
Make it soft. I think that's it. We need to move this since we know. So it's nice.
No, it's still working. It's still going. I got it going now. Okay, sorry guys. Had a little camera mishap there. Alright, so we're going to show you guys how to make your tacos. Now these are on the yellow corn tortillas, which are the El Milagro tortillas. So you just put your beans down. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of beans because you don't want it to, like, you know, be too much beans. And then Angel is going to throw on the meat. And then the guacamole.